Starting soon.
Hello and welcome back to the Album Book Club. This week we are reviewing Mood by Ringo Deathstarr. It's a shoegaze album that got released in 2015. And without further ado, do we want to talk about him for a second? Because I don't know anything about this band.
What about our guest?
Oh, no, he isn't here.
What's up, guys? I'm Sean.
Wait, I thought you were Evan.
Maybe.
Oh, God.
I don't know, man. All right, so this band, Ringo Deathstarr, first off, sick name. I mean, fight me if you disagree. But they're a trio. So we got bass, we got guitar, we got drums. I don't know. They're from Texas. I don't know what else to say.
All right, well.
Also, Carl is in the chat.
Let's go, Carl.
What's up, Carl?
Wagwan.
And Sean is in the chat. How is Sean in the chat?
How am I in the chat if I'm here?
Oh no,
You're
I guess we've
Oh, that's
established
right.
that this is Evan.
Hi, guys. I'm Evan.
Well, why don't we get right into our top 3 songs of the album? My top 3, were Never, Stare at the Sun, Acid Tongue.
My top 3 were Guilt, Big Bopper, and Show Me the Truth of Your Love.
My top 3 were Guilt, Acid Tongue, and Frisbee.
My top 3 were Frisbee, Big Bopper, and Never.
My top 3 were Never, Acid Tongue, and Stare at the Sun.
Oh, yo, sick. Valid. Let's move on to our bottom song. My bottom song was California Car Collection.
My bottom song was Never.
My bottom song was Old Again.
My bottom song was Boys in Heat.
My bottom song was Old Again. The clear bottom song.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Old Again. I need to look at what I rated now. Okay.
That was at the end of the album.
It was near the
It's
end, yeah.
like the last song, I think.
Or one of
It's the second to
Or is it
last.
second to last?
Oh,
Oh, you're
okay.
totally right.
Acid Tongue is the last song.
Yeah, that song. Greco.
hmm
Giuseppe.
We love Giuseppe. Let's get into the first song on the album, titled "Dream Again." I gave the song a 6 out of 10.
You gave a song a 7, actually.
I gave it a 6.4.
Nope, wrong button. I gave it a 6.5.
I gave this a 5 out of 10.
All right. Yeah, I didn't think it was a bad intro. For me, going into this, I was like, this is a little funky. This is a little weird. I don't listen to shoegaze a lot, and now that I know what it is, it makes a little bit more sense. But I thought I was kind of weirded out near like the ending, because I thought it was leading into some kind of transition, and then that second track comes along and it smacks you in the face. And I was really confused. But other than that, it's a fine track. I didn't think there was that much wrong with it. My only kind of real note on what I didn't like was how muddy the vocals were. That's about it.
It's actually funny. I thought the vocals on this song were probably some of the best mixed on the album. I didn't really thought that they peaked too much.
For me, it's the effect that they're using.
Yeah, it gets a little bright in some spots. I think especially when they start I think they're harmonizing on this one a little bit. But I had no idea what was coming next. I had no fucking clue.
It really comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I I also like seeing the album art and knowing kind of what you're getting into. This is a pretty good intro. The next song proves that it's not. I do like this song. Was it in my top 3? It was not. It was almost in my top 3. But it fits what you think this album should be, not what it actually is.
That is exactly right. But this is also a 2-minute long intro that until approximately a minute and 15 seconds ago when they said there was vocals on this song, I was convinced that it was just strange fucking noises.
You didn't hear the vocals?
No,
They're
I
money,
heard them,
bro.
but I thought they were just strange fucking noises.
Well, yeah, that's fair. I mean, there's a part near the end where they start like layering 2 vocal takes on top of each other where they're not saying the same thing, and I think it's on purpose. I think it's meant to like skew, and so you can't really discern what she's singing. I don't know. That was kind of like what I said. I mean, really, the only thing that I really, that really stuck out was kind of the cool like stereo panning and imaging, which is really prevalent all over this album, where they just kind of go like, what if we just went left and then right and then left and then right? Which, I don't know, that was cool.
Mr. Hostman.
Sorry, I'm reading Sean's comment here. Just for anybody who doesn't know what shoegaze is, shoegaze, originally called shoegazing and sometimes conflated with dream pop, is a subgenre of indie and alternative rock characterized by its ethereal mixture of obscured vocals and guitar.
By the way, Carson, not to correct you from way earlier, but it is Pure Mood.
Oh, Pure Mood? Okay.
Pure mood.
Oopsies.
Also, I would like to say we have gone up a subscriber since this live started, and Carl is here, so I'm willing to put money on it that subscriber was Carl. Hi,
Let's
Carl.
go.
Hey, you know what that means, though? We're not going to drop down during this live.
That is true.
Well, let's move on to song number 2, Heavy Metal Suicide. I gave this song a 7 out of 10.
7.
I gave it a 7.75.
7.
6.5.
Had to break the main 4 sevens.
I'll fucking talk about it too. God damn it! This guitar mix was ass. It was fucking terrible. I listened to a flat EQ. It was fucking terrible.
In
and
case
then
you didn't know.
the vocals were
We
just.
had a fight a few weeks ago.
We
about
did have a
EQ
fight
of
about it.
headphones.
I was gonna say, I just used my Audio Technicas, and it sounded. I don't know. I
Which
liked it.
Audio Technicas do you use?
The M50Xs.
I was also listening to this on my M50s today.
Yeah, the vocals were also
not sponsored.
really fucking quiet
Not sponsored.
and really terrible.
We could be.
Yes, we could be.
Audio Technica sponsor us.
Send me
Audio,
some
please.
cartridges for my record player, please.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Logan, I agree with you on the vocal part there. My main thing about this song is the whiplash that it gives you from the intro track. It's so starkly different. Like, it just starts to chug and smacks you right in the face off rip.
I was gonna say that's the thing I really like about this song. Going from the intro track is that it literally just feels like a kick in the chest. It just like comes out of nowhere. It's just like, boom.
That's making the real.
Carl says he's already subbed.
What?
Logan, you're on camera if you're waiting for that.
No, I was just staring at Carson.
He loves me.
There's gotta be.
Is it a picture of a dog?
Yeah.
I think it's you, buddy.
Yeah, there's a picture of a
It's
dog.
definitely you. I'm gonna mix my
Well,
mic
exactly
real
what you
quick
said.
because it sounds like ass a little bit, whole lot of
Like,
it.
almost word for word.
Because I've been
That's not
mixing
me.
the wrong thing. Holy shit! There we
What
go.
the hell is going on?
Okay,
Mixing my mic
That's got to be
because it
epic,
sounded
right?
like
let's
ass.
be real, guys.
But it sounds better now.
Well, let me be clear.
A little hollow.
This song is just a Nirvana song, done by another artist. I literally had no feelings towards this song. It was completely neutral to me. It was like, it wasn't bad and it wasn't good. It was like if Kurt Cobain could sing. Now, even with that, at the end of the day, it would still be a Nirvana song. So we have to keep that in mind, right? So I had to give it a 7. Can't really go any higher than that. But I don't think I can really go any lower than that either. So heavy metal suicide. I hate indie.
Ouch.
Sorry. No offense to you or to anybody in this room, frankly, or even the artist.
Fuck you.
I just don't like indie. It's just something about it. I like all the adjacent genres. Yeah, I do.
Well, so like clarification here, indie doesn't really like mean a genre. It just means kind of like independent.
I should
music.
say. All the indie music I've heard,
He means white girl indie.
mostly
Oh, okay, yeah,
not
fair.
just
Valid.
white girl indie.
Valid.
It
Claro.
mostly sounds like stuff
Like
like
shit?
this. Or like the Black Keys.
What's wrong with the Black Keys?
I like some of the Black Keys songs, but most of them I can't listen to.
What the fuck do they know about cameras?
That's exactly what I was fucking thinking. I like some of the Gaga songs.
What the fuck does she know about cameras? See, listen to this song. I kind of like the backing track. I kind of like the vocals. I don't think they work together, and I don't understand how to explain that. I listened to them with the Sonys, and they did not sound like they went together. I listened to them in the car; it was better. So it may have been a headphone issue, but
I will say, when I was listening to this in the car versus headphones, the car sounded like marginally better.
And that might be what it was. I did have a note that was like, "Go listen to this in the car and make sure."
This
And it was better in the car, but in the headphones, it did not sound. It sounded like different lyrics or lyrics to a different song put on top of a completely different
you
fucking
guys
song.
could hear the lyrics in the song.
This one,
Barely.
yes.
I had to read them. Actually, funny enough, even in the lyric transcript on Apple Music, half the songs, there's spots where they're like, I have no idea
they're
what
like,
the fuck they were saying.
Yeah, we don't know what they were
Question
saying.
mark.
It's
That's-
really funny.
It's apparently a really cool thing in shoegaze to not publish your lyrics. Kevin Shields, please publish the lyrics to Loveless. We're tired of getting them wrong. That's all.
What is happening?
Which one of them is saying what?
So we have also Sean here in the chat.
Hi, Evan. Copenhagen. All right, that's from a weird video on YouTube that's called like How to Be Grunge or How to Be Pop Punk. I don't remember which one, but it was this guy who like made a tutorial on how to be how to like start your own Nirvana tribute band, and he's like Kurt Copenhagen. I don't even remember what he said, but it's just every now.
You know how
I
you
just call him Kurt
start
Copenhagen.
a Nirvana cover band? You should find someone really suicidal and convince them to pick up a guitar.
What do you mean, bro? Just come as you are.
As a friend?
All right, song number 3, Stare at the Sun. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10.
6.5 out of 10.
Boo.
8.125.
That's so valid, but it's not at the same time.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
All right. This was in my top 3. It was my number 2 song. It swaps the vibe back immediately. I don't know what the point of the first song was. We went from shoegaze to weirdly heavier, straight back into straight shoegaze. But I like this song. I thought this song did well. I think the main tie-in between this and the other songs on the album is everything going on in the vocals, because it does stick out to me. And I noticed something neat about the vocals later on in the song. I think it's in between the chorus, the actual verses. A lot of the verses are actually syncopated to the background track, and I thought that was kind of neat. It gave a neat little effect.
Okay. This song does lean more into the pop aspect of their sound. Now, I don't know what it was, but part of the song reminded me of Paper Planes by MIA. You know that song where it's like, all I want to do is pop, pop, pop,
Bang, bang.
yeah,
And take your money.
yeah, like that. It reminded me of that song, and I was like, oh, okay. But other than that, I was like, it's a song. Like, it's just a 6.5 out of 10 type song.
So yeah, this is the one I knew going into this album. I've heard this song before, and like, hey man, cheating, whatever. I like this one a lot because they did this cool thing that you can do with like the guitars that are really popular in the shoegaze genre, like Fender Jaguars and Jazzmasters.
Love me a nice Jag.
Which you take like a guitar pick and you pick behind the tremolo system or the bridge, and you pick between where that like, you know, the string does this, and you get this really cool kind of like harp sound, and it's like all over the main riff. And I just thought that was really cool and creative. I liked the chorus a lot. It reminded me of Chapter House, kind of this like baggy, sort of adjacent drum loop thing going on. And then there's all sorts of like, you know, if you're really into shoegaze, you like kind of like the glide strumming stuff and the reverse reverb. They just threw that in there for funsies. I was just like, you know, this song right here, this is like textbook pop shoegaze. I liked it.
What is reverse reverb? Wouldn't that just be no reverb?
I don't, well, so
It's like inverted reverb.
yeah.
Fuck, does that work?
So
Instead of
take,
it going like a wah, it's like
so take your track and then put reverb on it, print it, and then reverse it. And you get this like sound.
Oh,
You
it's like the
know.
Missy Elliott song.
Or you could reverse it. Well, really, actually, sorry,
It's
I
like
screwed
that
that
Cardi
up.
B song.
Reverse it first, and then put the reverb on it, and then unreverse it, and you get this cool kind of like swelling effect. I don't know. I think that's how it works.
That should be interesting.
Just get at least this MIDI verb.
Fair.
Look 'em up.
With this song, I liked this song, but it kind of registered as background music for me, which is not a bad thing, and I'll die on that hill if I have to. But
Feel free to.
but I thought the chorus was good every time after the first one. I thought the first one was kind of boring's the wrong word, but it didn't do anything, which is fine, but it did something the next two times I heard it, and it was way better after that. But this one is just a good example of background noise. I think it made it on to one of the driving playlists. A couple of songs on this did.
This is a good
so.
driving song.
Yeah. All of my notes are just it was like kind of fun and sad. It had a little groove to it. It was closer feel to the intro. There was nothing about the fucking vocals because I couldn't hear them. God damn it. Yeah, I think background noise is the perfect. I think that's kind of the perfect encapsulation of the whole album. But we'll get into that.
Bless your heart.
All right, song number 4. Show Me the Truth of Your Love. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
I actually gave this a 7.5 out of 10.
7.35.
Give it Steven
7.5.
scores.
6.5.
All right.
See, I like this guy.
Honestly, one of the biggest things that took me out of the song was the vocal swap. How the last song, I liked the vocals on it. I liked the female-led vocals because they were more, I guess they were cleaner. And then you go back to this muddy male vocalist, and I'm like, man, I can't get behind the effects they're using for his voice. Even I think they sound good on the female vocalist, but when it comes to the male, I think they need to use a couple different effects. It just muddies him out like way too much for it to be like understandable.
It's a vibe. I like the shoegaze sounds in this. This is where I started to have the most problems with the mix, and then it just kind of like follows the rest of the album. This is where I really was like, okay, this is fucked up. Something's really wrong here. Someone died. Like so you need to call 911, but the phone lines are out. We just got hit with an EMP, and the only way we can reach anybody, any other sort of civilization, is via telegram. And so I'm sitting there, ... in the fucking, in the, what the hell is it called? The
That's
telegraph.
SMS.
Yeah, it's in Morse code. ... It's SOS.
You did 2 dashes the first time. I'm trying to say
Motherfucker!
SMS.
See, you tried to.
You
send
know
an
what? Low key,
SMS.
that works. You're trying to send a text message.
Yeah.
It still works. But anyways, can't reach anybody. That was that kind of fucked up. Like, damn. The song was catchy, yeah, but it's just like the vocals were so muddy. Everything was so like mushed together. It's almost like when like you blow the head gasket on your Subaru, and then you
All the
pull
oil
the
and
drain
coolant.
plug. Yeah, it's like oil, coolant, fucking.
It's just muddy brown poop water that's coming out of your drain plug.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Any-
just like that.
Any Subaru owners in the chat? Say hi.
I wonder if Sean or also Sean.
Comment your favorite Subaru chassis or motor code.
I drive
We
a,
love
favorite
EJ205.
a 2016 Outback, I think. I think it's 2016 on a 2015.
Everybody go ahead and comment your favorite
Why is
dinosaur
there a
for me.
third Sean?
My favorite
What is it?
dinosaur is Giuseppe.
I think it's an FA20. I think that's the motor code.
That sounds about right. That's
I
what
don't
they
know.
have in the BRZ.
I don't know. It's
And
a
actually,
2-liter.
That's what they have in the.
What is
What year is
Sean
that?
the third?
2015. I think that the generation of WRX has the FA motors too.
Can I talk about this shit fucking song real quick? Thank you. This outro was like 45 fucking seconds. It was ridiculous.
That's the best part.
Like a lot of places.
And also this was where I had a problem with. It felt like the words did not go with this song. There just something wasn't right. What else doesn't go with this song, Steven?
Nothing comes to mind.
All right, are we ready to move on to the next song?
Oh, I just had one comment. We have My Bloody Valentine at home. That's all.
Oh, God.
I have not listened to My Bloody Valentine.
If you do a love list review and you crap on any of the songs other than the weird instrumental thing in the middle of it, like I think people will actually come in the chat and like threaten your life.
We'll do what in the chat?
Damn.
Well, yeah, that too.
Better than in me, baby.
All
On
right.
me other than in me.
Thank God that wasn't on camera.
But is that better or worse than being sentenced to having to listen
Oh,
to
Sean the
indie
Third
music eternally?
trademark is here
Trademark?
I said something about why
Trademark.
is Sean the 30.
with a Rip Subaru
Trademark.
Motors,
Too
and
many
then
Seans.
Sean apparently loves Subarus.
Okay, song number 5, Big Bopper. I gave the song a 7 out of 10.
I gave a song a 7.7 out of 10.
6.75.
8 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
All right, now Connor, this is my background music song. Like this is perfect for me doing something, and I need something in the background. This song works beautifully. It's just like a nice little groove. You have a little bit of like a shift in how energetic the song is, especially compared to the rest of the album. This one picks it up a little bit, and it's really nice. And like it kind of gave me a little bit more energy to listen through to the rest of the album. Like I was kind of getting the whole, all these songs kind of sound the same. I'm starting to get burnt out. And then this one brought back the energy, and it was really nice.
Yeah, this one almost immediately made the road trip playlist.
For sure.
This sounds a lot like a band I like called Acid Dad. This sounds like a song straight off of one of their albums, and I was like, that could go straight on the playlist that whole album is on. That's really all I wrote.
Yeah, it's a very fun song. The words, yet again, if you're not paying attention, you will miss them all.
So, speaking of which, I actually read the lyrics, and half of them are just like references to band names, especially at the outro. At one point, they say "Husker Du," and I was just like, "Yeah, man."
I did pick up on the Mother Love Bone reference at the end.
Yeah,
there.
and they say like Pearl Jam, Jeremy, or something.
Yeah. They say like singers' names and like bands and shit.
Yeah, I don't
wait,
understand.
Wait, we have Evil Sean in the chat.
The
What?
lyrics, I think, were an afterthought. I'm Evil Sean. You're not Evil Sean.
Oh my god. It's all Sean's in the chat.
Everybody
Sean's Rise
shout
Up.
Sean.
Sean. Also Sean. Sean the Third trademark. And Evil Sean. That's 40.
I bet
Too many
this video
shots.
has that many likes on it. It
Like
better.
the video or else.
No, I'm just gonna make the Monday reel. I'll put like a too many, or I'll put Sean like a Sean text bubble over all of us.
We're all named Sean now.
Hold
Welcome
on,
to the welcome to
there's
the
a
club.
comment from Sean the Third, trademark, in which states the Big Bopper was one of the people that died the day the music died. The song that inspired American Pie, which inspired the movie franchise. I don't know what the fuck that means. Actually, let me rephrase that. What the fuck does that mean, Kobe
Just
Bryant?
like Buddy Holly.
The day the music died was when Buddy Holly and Richie Valens' plane crashed. And then that's what the theming of American Pie is. And then American Pie is also a movie starring Sean William Scott and Jason Biggs as the pie fucker.
Sean William Scott spelled his name wrong. He put too many N's in it.
Evil Sean disliked the life.
I'm telling you, man, I'm Evil Sean. You are not Evil
Sean, take that back right now.
I love how it's
You are
just
not
a
Evil
fucking
Sean.
inverted dog picture.
All
we're
right,
making a
let's
mockery
get into
of Cody.
song number 6. Song number 6, Guilt. I gave this song a 6.5 out of 10.
A gilf.
Gilf.
Wait, we'll show you, Big Dale. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
we got it.
Girls. Golf.
Grandmas.
No, golf. Golf. I like to fish.
That sounds like a shirt my grandma would buy on like Facebook.
Shirt we need to make.
Please.
Groves, I like to frolic.
Carson,
That's
get,
good.
Carson, get on that.
Dude, can we make that shirt? Gilf, Groves, I like to frolic, and then the alternate version is Gilf, Golfs, I like to fish. That would be amazing.
It's just like
gotta
a-
be like a fish driving a golf cart or something.
I was gonna say, can we get like the shitty like bowling animation style
Dude,
for
that's
that?
perfect.
Can we just get the cover of Caddyshack and put fishes on everybody's faces?
Bill Murray.
Oh, yeah, Guilt. This is my top song. I gave us an 8 out of 10.
I gave this an 8.725. This is definitely in my top 3.
7 out of 10.
I got this one. 6 out of 10.
I was going to pull that for
Mine's-
the third song.
Mine's almost that, but a little better. I liked the energy that followed through from the last song. Like they didn't let it drop too much, and I think that helped with my recovery in the burnout stage. Because I was already getting to it, even though we're only on song number 6.
Ooh, golly, I love fish. That one's perfect.
And I think, I really think that some of the guitar work, like specifically with the effects, is kind of neat. Like that's where I was like, oh, some of these sounds are pretty fucking cool.
This was the only song on this album that I genuinely enjoyed.
Damn.
Sorry. I was listening to this one. There were parts where I was like, damn, they're kind of fucking it up. Like bass, kind of like there's a part where the bass just goes off, and then the drummer's like, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Still
this
makes
one.
like shit though.
Sorry, this one kind of reminds me of. This one reminds me of like Siamese.
Seconds left.
Siamese Dream.
Yeah, Siamese Dream by Smashing Pumpkins, especially during the guitar solo. For whatever reason, it like made me think of Billy Corgan, and maybe it was that like cool kind of like harmonic feedback thing he's got going on.
Hey, we got
Which-
Smashing Pumpkins.
Goodbye.
Which like whatever pedal that is,
Oh,
you let me
shit.
know.
He died.
Not the phone stand.
I want to
Rest in
know.
peace.
I want to know if Carl or Evan is doing all of these, or if it's a joint effort.
I have no idea because I'm pretty sure one of them's Carl, one of them's Evan, but I don't know who the other ones are.
I like to imagine that Carl's just sitting at home, like, just
dude,
watching
dude,
on his
dude,
Chromebook.
He's totally
He's
totally
got
going.
6 computers on different accounts.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what he's
Evil
doing right now.
Sean hates the Smashing Pumpkins, by the way.
Who?
Evil Sean.
Evil Sean hates the Smashing Pumpkins.
Again, I'm Evil Sean, and I like the Smashing Pumpkins until after Melancholy in the Infinite Sadness, and then it's just absolutely awful. Sorry, Billy Corgan.
It's funny. I had that exact same conversation with my dad yesterday. My dad's a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan, and he was like, "Yeah, I just like after Melancholy, I was like, I don't know. It's like I still listen to it, but it's like
It
you
just
know.
gets weird. At some point, like, Billy Corgan's like, we're going to make metal now. And it's like, dude, no, dude. Go back to that, like, cool, like, semi-grunge thing you had going on.
Yeah, because like they had some harder stuff in their like earlier days, which was pretty good. I had this one song. Let me find it. I can find it in like a few seconds.
Oh my god, this motherfucker.
But I forget what it's called. Marquee and Spades. It's a good song. It's one of their harder songs. Actually, funny enough, my dad showed it to me. But other than that, it's like they don't really do much that's hard. They're like harder music. They do have a girl named Sandoz, that cover that they did, the Animal song, and that's a little bit harder. But most of it's just kind of like You know?
Y'all are gonna have to show me this. I can't load YouTube.
It is not
Oh
Carl.
my god.
Yeah, YouTube won't load on my phone.
Is Carl's picture on YouTube fucking Slash?
Chris Pratt is my favorite dinosaur. All right, whoever that is actually knows me because I'm beefing with Chris Pratt
Oh my god.
on Jaw.
Did he
right
beat
now,
you out for Garfield?
right
Oh, he
now,
put that shit on Jaw.
right now, Chris Pratt. If you're watching this, it's on site, bro.
I don't know.
He's gotta hire security
He watches
detail
like
now.
every other week, so I don't know if he'll be here this week.
Yeah, it's true. Chris Pratt was here.
Bro.
I don't know, because he was here for Trolls, though.
Why?
That's true. He might be here.
Why did they let him do Garfield? Like, why didn't they get someone who actually sounds like
Bill
Garfield?
Murray?
Yeah, just get Bill Murray back. What's he doing right now?
Ask him. I'll probably respond. in the chat.
Ghostbusters 53.
Why can't we just get Seth Rogen to do it?
Seth Rogen would have worked. Or hell, you could have hired Evan. Evan's literally human embodiment of Garfield, bro.
Wow.
Actually, Carl. Carl looks like Garfield, but hey. Love you, bro.
God damn.
Bro got the 2 for 1.
Got the fucking fofo.
I'll pivot back here because we went a little off the rails.
A
Good.
little.
Little.
So for this song, for me, it kind of blended a little bit. I liked it more than I normally would for a song that blends this much. But somebody in the YouTube comments, I don't have a direct quote, but they allegedly became a woman after listening to this song. So that was really the standout for me, was reading.
Like surgically or mentally?
I don't know.
Whoa!
The comment was like, after listening to this song, I realized I was a woman or something.
That's awesome. Like, good for you.
No,
Whoever
that is
that
crazy.
That's so cool, man. Man, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was a slip up.
Fuck. You sound so
That's 2 weeks in a
condescending.
row it's going down.
No, that's a great breakthrough, but like, no, it wasn't.
What is it? It's doing shit.
I'm proud of you. I love you.
He's talking to the person
woman.
that realized that they
You
were a
guys
woman.
broke me already. I was trying to do a bit.
Isn't that our
like, bro?
job?
I'm done. Like, bro. All right. I'm just gonna talk about this song. We're just gonna pretend the last 30 seconds didn't happen. All right.
Don't rewind.
So, all right, this song honestly was kind of a headbanger. I liked how kind of heavy it got, and like the guitar tones were freaking sick, but the cymbals were like super compressed, and like, bro, that guitar solo was so sick, dude. And there's like this like heavenly reverb, kind of like it kind of feels like there's an angel singing to you, but at the same time you're like kind of in hell because like the riff is like so heavy, and it's like, bro, like what's going on?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and also that it kind of reminded me of Slow Dive with the vocals.
Dude, I bet it's Evan just logging into 3 accounts right now.
Yeah, I think Evan has like 4 YouTube accounts.
Evil Sean. I hate Garfield.
I'm waiting for the fucking evil Sean followed ABC Logan notification later.
I am the real evil Sean. Death to all imposters.
Sean, let me tell you how
Evan showing
dedicated.
up in the chat right now to be like, hey guys, I'm here too.
Let me tell you how dedicated Sean is to the album book club, right? So this guy followed all of our accounts fairly quickly, liked my post the other day within 30 minutes of it being up, and then he's also got 5 different personalities in chat.
Apparently. It's so weird. I've never had all 5 in chat. Usually it's just 1.
Carl changed his goddamn picture to Thomas the Tank Engine.
All right, let's get into song number 7, California Car Collection. This is my bottom song. I gave it a 4 out of 10.
6.
8.
6.5.
6.5.
This one was just fucking weird, man. In the lyrical department,
Fucking
they say
weird,
2
man.
sentences.
It's literally 2
2
lines.
phrases. That's it. 2 lines for the entire song.
The dude's a boss.
It's super repetitive vocally. And then near the end, you get this weird trip where you're sent to fucking hell with all the weird noises.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought I was being possessed. I thought I was gonna fucking die. I was
my
like,
favorite
what the
part.
hell is happening? A fucking summoning circle is about to open up in my car right now.
What if you're just seeing in the future?
Probably.
Welcome to Noise Rock, guys. Welcome to Noise Rock.
Oh shit.
Is that what it's called?
Wait, were we
Is that
listening
like
to
an
Sonic Youth?
official thing?
I mean, yeah, this band was definitely influenced by Sonic Youth. I was watching an interview earlier of the guitarist, and he was talking about kind of like how he got into playing music. and he said that one of the inspirations is he likes to use a lot of really really weird tunings, which I'm gonna get into later, and he stole a lot of them from Sonic Youth. So I mean, I think a lot of their influence is pretty prevalent, especially on like "Stare at the Sun" with kind of that weird, pick behind the bridge thing. I think they kind of, I mean, they may not have invented it Sonic Youth. I have no idea, but they definitely made it cool.
Yeah, so the vocal harmonization, good here. Everything else, I mean, it's just kind of most of the same thing for like 2 minutes. It's a song. There's noise. It's there. It's kind of hard for me to critique it just because it's most of the same thing. And with a lot of music within this of this genus, I have a hard time kind of rating it or listening to it critically. So yeah, it's just kind of there for me.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I noticed right away is kind of the minimal use of drums. I think I noted that the kick drum is just playing quarter notes the entire song, and there's this cool kind of vocal pad thing going on at the beginning, and it reminded me a lot of My Bloody Valentine. I think the song specifically Don't Ask Why, maybe I don't remember. There's the bass randomly kicks in, and then there's a shaker, but otherwise it's pretty minimal other than this really cool kind of washed out fuzzy guitar, which is just kind of a staple of, again, the genre.
So this song is a vibe, but it's really repetitive. So not that it's a hard thing to do, but if you can tune out the vocals in your head and just not hear it at all, it's a pretty good song. Because they're just saying the same thing over and over again for 3 minutes.
Yeah, I almost exactly what I wrote. Just it lacked a lot of anything of substance, but it was a bop. This is the perfect space to heck out and just listen. Song, and I like that.
Well, so kind of, I mean, this is kind of another tangent about shoegaze. The vocals kind of just take a back seat. It's not really about kind of the song necessarily, and more about the vibe. A lot of these albums, they're designed to, you're basically supposed to just space out and kind of just feel like you're tripping or something.
The
I
album
get that,
is
but
called Pure Mood.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense, but at the same time, I feel like if you are paying attention, you should at least be able to hear them at all.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's songs towards the top of this album that you can, but there's one we're about to get to in a couple of songs that you can't hear for shit.
This album is not meant for tripping. We established that in the first 3 fucking songs, guys. The first 3 fucking songs.
Yeah, I don't advise doing drugs at all. Don't do drugs, kids, and stay in school.
Give me the
Unless you're
camera
a
back.
consenting adult.
And
Which is
take
hydrated.
drugs, kids. Do all the drugs you want. Make your dreams come true. You can fly if you do them.
Evil Sean says don't do drugs and stay hydrated.
Evil Sean actually says, "I hate My Bloody Valentine."
that is what he said.
We're good. It's just my phone.
Oh, phew.
Did it not knock over something?
No, it did not knock over my
Your Arizona.
Arizona lemon tea. Please sponsor me.
Not
So
sponsored.
put it away. We're not sponsored.
Speaking of which, this week I listened through. No, I'm just kidding.
Not yet.
Sponsor us, motherfuckers. You know who you are.
I'm gonna email this clip to you.
I generally disagree with Steven specifically.
That's really funny. This guy fully agrees with Logan.
That's how we know he's the evil one, because he fully agrees with Logan.
Get this man a mug right
No,
now.
for real.
That man's an asshole for
Also,
sure.
Sean dislikes drugs. Thank God this doesn't go up on any other platforms, because
Oh,
some
goodness.
person would be listening to this on their commute to work, and they get to this section where we're with all the Seans.
Yeah, imagine.
If all 4 of us haven't pulled up, there's 5 people here, which means it is just one person switching through a fuck ton of
This was
accounts.
Spotify. If this was on Spotify, I think they probably would have turned it off and just gotten out of the car by now, if I'm being honest.
They probably would have just drove the car off the bridge. They're like, all right, I'm losing my mind. There's multiple Seans.
That's a pro Sean move, I tell you.
All right, let's get into the
Pro
next
Sean.
song. Real quick, let's get into the next song. Frisbee. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
I gave it a 5.
Ooh, I gave this an 8.7. This was one of my favorite
What?
tracks.
What the fuck? I hit the wrong button. I gave this one an 8.5.
I gave it a 7, and it was very close to my top 3.
I think this was my top one.
Yeah.
I'll do mine then, real quick. Just wasn't really anything for me.
Hell nah, bro. More Kurt vocals. Why? Also, the mix. At this point, this was the point where I was like, all indie music needs to die. It needs to die.
Tell us
now.
about the 1975.
Shut the fuck up.
Tell us about the Sixth Night.
The Sixth Night Flyer.
What about the lizard government?
Oh, like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? This guy's great.
I got one of their vinyls on the wall.
I would say low key. If you say you don't like them, you're lying. Because
No,
I
for
genuinely think they touch every scope of music.
I
This
don't
guy's
like them.
fuck. What?
Not like one song. Have you listened to them all?
That's impossible. Do you know how large their discography is?
Yeah, that's why
No,
I'm
I-
saying if you don't
just-
like one song, you're
You don't
totally
like
lying.
Rattlesnake?
I'm just not I'm not big into like that sort of that era, that sort of psychedelic sound. I don't know. Anything that reminds me of Pink Floyd, I just kind of turn it off.
You guys have missed the new beef in the chat. Carl said Sean has more partial numbers than Steven, therefore becoming the new math king. To which Evil Sean replied, I hate math and partial numbers.
Math is cool, kids. Math is the whole reason we have the infrastructure we have in our society. Without math, we would not have buildings. We would not have roads.
Why do
You know what
pronounce
we
E
also
so
probably
weird?
wouldn't have? Drugs and murder.
Hey, you know, like serious note though, I
Or
read
Dirt and Mud.
Oh my god, if we didn't have dirt. No, I think we would. Those are naturally occurring. No math required.
Also,
Dirt and mud.
His little math
king.
tangent just now proves that we are seeing Evil Sean in the chat.
Oh
I like
no.
King Gizzard and the Wizard
so there
Wizard.
was
Oh,
there
Evil
was
Sean likes
this
King Gizzard.
society, well not society, this tribe, I think is what they were called. In everything I say just today, man, it's just bad. They were in the I think the Amazon jungle, whatever the one in Brazil is. And they did not have a number system in their language. So they either had 0, 1, or more than 1. They didn't have numbers. So like, you know, if they just had a group of sticks, it was just like, yeah, it's just a group of sticks. And it's just so fascinating to me because in English we're so reliant on numbers, on math.
Man, we didn't even make those numbers up. It was the Arabs.
Yeah, you know, and that's just because we stopped using the Roman.
I got
Numerical
That shit
system.
was ass.
I got beef with whoever made negative numbers. Fuck that guy.
The only number that like I really beef with are like when you get numbers that are like letters, you get like E, like
I
constants.
Oh, I
yeah, the square root of -1, like all those, screw off. No, we don't need you.
Facts, but we do need this song.
Brahmagupta.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
who you got
yeah,
beef
yeah.
with. You got beef with Brahmagupta.
Yeah, we should probably.
I'm
probably
pretty
talk
sure I
about
gave
the
a
song.
thumbs up, and then Steven, did you talk about the song Frisbee?
Yeah, mid. Or the Diophantus of Alexandria. So you got beef with either one of those guys.
Cool. Good to know. Although this song did have a killer bass hook and line the whole fucking time. And the guitar sounded actually pretty decent to me. Like, I could jam with this song. The vocals, I mean, come on. I gave up on this point. But the rest of it was a bop, was a vibe. This was a, like, I kind of had to take, like, a break when I was doing my analyzing. I'd already listened to it once through. And then I came back to this song and was like, I'm still feeling this. This is great.
Yeah, this song was my favorite on this album. I think it could have been a really good ending, and I don't really think you need to move anything around. I think we could have just taken the last 4 songs off and had this be the ending. And I think I would have liked this album a lot more if that's how it happened.
See, I mean this
I got
one.
beef with the next one.
This one was
Oh, God.
definitely one of my top favorite songs. One of my top songs on this album. Like first time I listened to it, as soon as the guitar kicked in, I was just like, "Whoa, Nelly!" That was bad, bro. That was bad.
Congratulations, you just made yourself the first Clip Monday reel.
All right.
Whoa, Nick.
Okay, so like one of my comments on this one is that I can tell this guy really likes My Bloody Valentine, which that's not meant as a diss. It's just like you can
kinda
really tell because he kind of sounds like Kevin Shields when he sings, and also the way the guitars are layered. And again, it's got kind of that cool, like melty, fuzzy guitar solo thing that like Billy Corgan. You know, I always keep saying Billy Corgan, but I think of his lead tone on like Siamese Dream. And then there's a lot of like glide strumming, and kind of the part where it just like goes haywire, and there's just like kind of colliding guitars. But this one, I was actually reading more into it, and the tuning on the song is probably my favorite part. So the guitar is tuned to D, D, and then another D an octave up, and then F sharp, F sharp, F sharp. Yeah, it's super whacked out, and the top three strings are just like the same note, sympathizing together. And what the guy said, because I was watching another interview with him, is when he kicks on his fuzz pedal, we get this really interesting kind of like octave sound that comes out of it. I don't know, it's kind of cool.
That's like the tuning for Mayonnaise off of Siamese Dream, where 3 strings are tuned to B flat.
Well, so there's two different tunings for Mayonnaise. There's the James, how do you say his last name? Is it Iha or Iha? So there's the part that he plays, and there's Billy Corgan's part, which is just an E flat standard or D sharp standard, depending on how you like it. That's a good song, by the way.
It's a great song. I love that song.
What's going on?
Good job, buddy.
I should not have said anything about Nelly.
Carl is also now sporting Sean's favorite dinosaur as a profile picture.
Shout out Chris Pratt. Not like Chris Pratt, but like crisp rats. Like the Proco rat.
Like
All right, let's
Pizza
get into
Rat.
this next song. Boys in Heat. Boys in Heat. Give it a 4 out of 10.
I think you gotta throw a number with that. Okay.
That doesn't disappoint.
Wow. I gave it a 6.725.
Way too high.
4 out of 10.
give me 1 second. I genuinely think I forgot to rate this song.
Good.
Yes, I did.
You might have to listen while we talk.
No, I listened to it already. It was like 5. This low-key should have been the thumbs up emoji because I did not fucking rate it.
The song is trash. I'll go first. Vocals completely non-existent in this one. Like, it's been bad before this. This one, they're just fucking gone. It took me the entire song to even tell if they were here. Not only does the song blend, there's nothing. I had nothing else written. I said that like there was something else. This song blends. You can't hear the fucking vocals at all. What?
I fucking hated this song too. I fucking hated this song too.
Evil Sean likes Chris Pratt.
I just felt like this one was super drawn out. I agree with you on the vocals. They're fucking awful. I absolutely despise every one of the weird effects at the end. It's like, it sounds like every generic scene where our main character has taken DMT for the first time and they are tripping absolute fucking balls for no reason.
Okay, I'm gonna be dead ass. I only said one thing about this song. Straight up, I do not see the vision here. That's all I have to say about it.
So, I'm going to say something positive about this song. I thought it had a really cool drum groove. like, you know, this is like a summer, kind of a summery song, but, you know, I agree with everyone else. You cannot hear the vocals in this song. They're just buried under so many layers of fuzzed out guitars. But yeah, you can hear the tambourine. Then there's kind of this cool bass break with some like feedbacky guitars. Then there's this noise section, which I thought was really neat. All right. But the part that I really didn't like about this song is how long it took to end. They just kept hitting the same note over and over and over and over again.
Why didn't they just say rattlesnake for 12 minutes?
Number 9.
Is that a Beatles reference?
And also a podcast reference to the summer break special.
Yeah, if you've not seen any of our summer break shenanigans, it was pretty fun. Great album. But I'll talk about this song now. I didn't write anything down, which means it couldn't have been good. So
This was the one that was horrendous and had the weird generic drug trip out of every movie scene at the end.
We're still talking about Boys in Heart.
I shit you not,
What is
I
it
had to
mean?
listen to the back half of
Oh,
this
beat, my
album
bad.
like 5 times
Fuck,
Yeah.
I misspelled it.
because I missed like every song. They just kind of flowed. I spaced out and let it go, and then I realized it'd been 20 minutes.
I need that face later. I need a photo of that.
Let's talk about this next track.
Yeah, let's go on to track number 10. Never. 8 out of 10.
4 as fuck, bitch. 4 as fuck.
Whoa.
7.8.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
All right.
I'm just
This is a Sex by Mom song that already exists, or if it doesn't already exist, it would have. Should Sex by Mom have made more music?
That's fucking crazy. Logan has to go next.
I found this song actually hard to listen to. Like, I almost took off my headphones multiple times throughout listening to the song. I was like, no,
That's crazy.
that's it. This is it. This is it. I have to stop listening to the album.
Wild.
But I still persisted because I'm like that.
This is the best song off the album.
Because that's
Fuck,
the
no,
name of
it's
the
not.
job.
This is the worst song. Hey, we don't get paid.
I know.
Not
You
yet,
guys
that
are-
is.
you
Until
guys
we
are
get
getting
that
paid.
sponsorship from.
Raycon.
Evil Sean agrees.
You guys are getting paid?
No.
Damn.
All right.
Certain company that owns Logan's headphones reaches out, and then we might get paid.
So the reason I have to go next is because my direct notes are: this is the most legible song. It's fun, upbeat, and it would fit in Scott Pilgrim.
Coral said 9 is one of my top 10 numbers under 10.
All right. I kind of really fucked with the style this was in. It's different. It's kind of different from the rest of the album, and it was really nice. I needed a break, especially after the last song. Jesus Christ, I needed a break from all the weird shoegaze shit after the last song. And this is everything I needed. The vocals are so much more defined in this track than other tracks, and like it almost just sounds better than the rest of the album.
Yeah, I didn't write a lot. I didn't write anything negative, but I didn't write a lot at all on this. But I did not catch the Scott Pilgrim vibe off of this until you guys said it. And now that I'm hearing it, I understand my score better.
Low key, it kind of fits in the weird area where like metric plays.
Go back to the chat right now.
Oh no.
I think it's just because of the like crazy amounts of fuzz going on. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim versus the World is actually, I think, one of Carl's favorite movies.
But I hate it.
All right, here's Logan's little Scott Pilgrim story. So, thanks to the wonderful unnamed company I work for, prior to me working them as a wee lad, I got tickets to see it like 3 weeks before it came out. So I saw it there, and then when I bought it on Blu-ray, I shit you not, I watched that movie like 20 times in the span of 1 week. And I can continuously do that. I've watched it with every commentary track available. It's so bad. I love it. Someone actually has my graphic novels on loan, and he swears that he will get them back to me, and I have no faith that I will get them
It's
back.
not me.
It is not you.
I have Watchmen.
You do have Watchmen. You've had that for like 3 years.
I still haven't read it.
I read that one night. Steven, 3 years, not one word.
All right, let's get into the next song here. Unless you haven't gone, have you?
Well, yeah. I had like one thing to say was I really liked that guitar solo. There's so many cool guitar bits on this album, but if you're not like into that sort of like shoegazy guitar sound, like there's not really much in this album for you. And kind of, you know, the chorus was cool. There was this cool drum part going on, but the outro. Did anybody else like even notice the outro where there's the lady yelling?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
I
was-
skimmed it.
Yeah,
I
so
was gonna say, I saw a comment on YouTube that said it was their neighbors fighting that they recorded.
yeah, I was trying to read more into kind of this album, and apparently it's a lady yelling at the bassist uncle, like his neighbor, and I don't know why. But I thought it was a very fitting ending. I'm not gonna quote one of the things
Probably
the lady
'cause they
said,
recorded the song before it.
but
She's pissed.
but I would, I think this song ended the strongest stretch of the album for me, and like after this, you kind of get
Well, there's
Eh.
like one good song, and then there's just one song that's there. you
That's
know?
fair.
There is a song of all time up next.
There is a
Definitely a song
that
of all
is
time.
Definitely, it's there. It's a song, man.
And why don't we get right into it? Song number 11, Old Again, 6 out of 10.
I should give us a 7.
It's just there.
I gave it a 6.
This is, I gave it a 5 out of 10. This was the hardest listen on the album. I found myself bored within 30 seconds, and it drug on so bad.
This is nothing music. Like, no substance. Just dry, flat, nothing.
I think I was desensitized at this point.
That's why you rated it a 7. Let me change your score for you.
No, for real. I'd already been through all the fucking like the ravages of it all. On God.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something controversial. I thought this kind of felt like the most filler song on the album.
The most filler song.
Oh,
It certainly
absolutely.
existed, brother.
Yeah, like it's just there, and there, the cool part would be kind of that like vocal pad at the beginning. Kind of makes me think of like Washed Out, and there's some cool fuzzy bits
More
in
like
the
Washed
really. I like the outro where you get this like weird kind of chaotic thing going on, but that's all I really cared for on this song. It's just kind of meh. Like, it's a song, man.
I will say as a counterpoint, though, I think the song would have been much better with a better mix.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's really all I had to say about it. Is that like this could have been a really good song. It's just that like the mix drowns everything out, and it's like I can see what this song could be, but it's just not.
All right. And with that takes us into our last song, Acid Tongue. I gave this song a 7.5 out of 10.
Shit, I gave this song a 7 out of 10 too.
I gave it 7.5, asshole.
.705.
I will.
This fucking guy.
6.5.
I gave this a 7.5.
Now, here's my thing about it. Does it work as an ending?
Hell no.
Hell no.
No.
Definitely not.
But is it a good song? Yes.
I am
fuck
going
with it.
to argue in the honor of this song, because it took me till this song to realize that this album, you aren't supposed to listen to. You are supposed to space out. This song cracks you out of it.
The fuck kind of album are you not supposed to listen to?
The one that you're supposed to get high as balls and put on in the
I'm
background.
still listening to that shit, bro. That is literally Boston's debut album. That
Is
is
it?
a perfect album.
Black Sabbath Paranoid.
Oh shit. We're losing him again.
Oh, goodbye.
Bye, Sean.
Damn, the timing was so good on that. Oh, we gotta swap. You give me this glasses. I'll give you that.
Give him a few seconds.
Fuck, he's out of focus as
Hey guys, I'm Evan. Same. Same.
Did anybody hear that?
I'm sure one of the mics caught it.
I don't think so. If it did, quiet.
I can't read anymore.
Holy shit, he doesn't look at me.
Yeah. I do think that this was meant to snap you back into reality. To be like, hey, kind of the mood's over, the vibe's over, get back to your life. And that's why I didn't hate it as an ending. Now, if this was a normal album, this is the worst fucking ending you could ever have in the world. This is song number 2 type energy. But on this one, I think it works to kind of snap you back out. Kind of like how the intro's supposed to put you in, and then the second song kind of mind boggles you, and then it gets mellow so you can vibe out. And this
Okay.
just brings you right back.
This title is, look, it's like a juxtaposition, right? Pure mood, makes you think, oh, look, I can trick balls to listen to this. Exact opposite. We're gonna end the album on a high note.
Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
Exactly. I appreciate that though. I like irony. I don't know. The song was it was a song. I can't even see what I wrote. Yeah, the solo at the end of the song was good. It wasn't great, but it was good.
Yeah, I kind of like agree with everyone like this, or Logan especially, kind of that this brings you back into that energy. Like it just kind of, it doesn't really make sense to me as a closer, but I really liked the riff with kind of this like bendy guitar thing going on with the fuzz. That was super sick. Although I complained in my notes, I complained about the vocals being very buried, but at the same time, you can hear the vocals I could hear the vocals in the verse, and then like in the chorus, couldn't hear anything. There was this cool halftime bit with the drums. And there's this like really sick drum fill before the final chorus. And this one really reminded me of My Bloody Valentine. And then it kind of goes out with this really strange dissonant guitar solo that's like super atonal. I mean, it just sounds like something Evan would play. It's so sick,
Damn.
dude. I'm like almost like Omar Rodriguez Lopez
You mean
levels
something
of
you
like.
would play?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm having it. Forget.
Evil Sean, I can't wait for you to follow through with the bit and then make regular Sean's Instagram just evil on Instagram. That is the perfect way to spend time.
Which one of you is it?
That's gotta be Evan, dude.
It's gotta be Evan.
It's got to be Evan, but the funniest thing is still Carl's rotating fucking
Rotating
profile
profile
picture.
Yeah.
Every single time Carl comments, it's a different profile picture.
He's the one
Oh.
picture of your wife.
Oh.
That's a bit I'll have to get into later.
All right, have we all talked about this song? I don't
Yes.
Think you...
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Connor.
It's fun. It's not an ending to this album at all, but on its own, it's a fine song.
all right. Well, that takes us right into pacing. I gave the pacing of this album a 7 out of 10.
I gave the pacing an 8. Thought it was pretty good.
I gave it a 7.65.
Gave it a 6 out of 10.
I give pacing an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I thought pacing was pretty good overall in general. I thought like my main issue does come from I still don't think the last song was that much of an ending, and I can see the avenue of it snaps you out. But the part where like it all goes, everything cuts out and you go to hell and it's all just like the background shit and it's all just in your ears. It's also jarring to me that it took me out of the album, but I can overlook some of that, and that's why I still gave it a 7. Like most of these songs just go well together. And yeah, I just feel like it was, some of the songs are drawn out, some of the songs aren't, some of the songs are good, some of the songs are bad. That's how it is.
I noticed there were quite a few decent transitions in this album, especially in the front half. By the second half of the album, I was just kind of like semi-tuned out. But no, I mean, some of the transitions were good. Although the style and the brevity of the music, I should say, goes all over the place. They still work it in pretty well. So I think the 8 out of 10 is warranted. It's not something that a lot of people can do, so I commend the artist for that.
Yeah, definitely one of the big things was like there's sort of a back and forth between the low energy and high energy bits, which I thought was cool. Like sometimes they're like, all right, we're gonna be nice, we're gonna give you a break from the crazy oral assault that is the ridiculous number of layered fuzzed out guitars. I thought there was a lot of really good transitions, which were definitely put there on purpose. Because, like, I think this album is meant to be listened to in one sitting, but the problem is, again, at some points it feels like an oral assault, and you just, like, need to put your headphones down and take a break. You know, if you're like not used to this kind of sound, especially just it's normal in shoegaze. It's just like, yeah, let's keep going with the fuzzed out guitar. And at some point you're like, dude, you know what? I could honestly go for like Cher's do you believe in life after love right now? It's like just give me a break.
The pacing would have been better, I think, if it had like an ending that made sense. Which it has the song for it. It's just it's 5 up instead of
Yeah.
not
It's in the
instead
wrong
of the last
spot.
song. There's a little bit of whiplash at the beginning that I can mostly forgive, but the ending.
Are you
is-
rushing or dragging?
I'm a Russian dragon.
English or Spanish?
Fuck.
Espanol.
Thank God. Uh,
Is that on us? Fuck. I'm supposed to hit my people camera. Motherfucker, I can't see anything.
Me either.
yeah. I think you guys are on crack. I would love to pick this up on vinyl. I think that
Oh, fuck this shit.
I genuinely, because I did space out in the middle of it, and time flew by. I didn't have any pacing problems really, other than when a song you can kind of tell when it's just doing too much of one thing for too long, and it kind of takes you out a little bit. But even like the heavy stuff, like I said, I think that's kind of be indicators of space out here, and then stop spacing out here. So yeah, it kind of it fucked. It was the vibe.
All right, well, let's get into the album art now. I gave this album art an 8 out of 10.
5.
I gave it a 7.
I also gave it a 7.
I gave it a 6.
The reason I like it, it has the vibe to it. This looks like a shoegaze album. And the fact that I can vaguely make out that it's something, and that's exactly how the music sounds. You can vaguely make out that there's lyrics there, you know? It's just kind of vague, and I kind of like it, and I like the colors.
I do appreciate the artistry. I like the texture that it shows of the paint on the album cover. However, if I look at it again, that looks like acrylic paint. So yeah, it's acrylic paint.
That's why it's a 6 out of 10. It's acrylic.
Yeah, bro. 5 out of 10 for that shit. Fuck it, you mean, bro? It's just colors. Which colors are beautiful? Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but it's like vaguely a thing.
Vaguely a what?
It's like vaguely a riverbed with a sky over top, and there's like a little mountain right here.
Okay, but you can say the same
I'm
thing about
not
a fucking
the only
Pollock.
one who saw that.
You can say the same thing about a fucking
a-
Pollock painting.
See,
It's like a small riverbed with a sky and a mountain in the
Connor's
background
so
on the right-hand
pressed.
side.
Connor says it's a beach.
It's a beach.
so I saw a
Dude, this
sunset
shit, it's
over
green.
a beach, or like
Well,
Earth
that's
or
the,
something.
That's the thing. If you look at it, that's not the sky. That's sand. It can look like a beach.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh God.
That's why it's vague, and that's kind of why I like it. Like you can interpret it in multiple ways, and
You know what? I do like subjectivity. I think I'll raise my score another half point. Actually, no, another quarter point. 5.25 out of 10.
So pressed within fucking
As
seconds.
Evan, who is big into painting and art, I felt that I could appreciate that this album art was painted instead of just a photograph.
I have seen a better painted album art.
I wonder what Evil Evan would have to say about that.
I've seen probably the best painted album art we're ever gonna see.
Yeah, but
Bug Moments goes hard.
I also thought that it definitely fit the kind of summery vibe of this album.
I'll say my depth perception's off right now, so I probably fuck around and like knock something over.
Dude, I can't see anything either.
Yes, you can, Evan. You wear glasses.
Oh yeah, that's right. I am Evan. I wear glasses. I am left-handed.
That whole interaction just dropped my switching average for this episode by like 20%. This album art seems like something that I would put up in my house. Not this room of the house, definitely upstairs, but something I would put up.
I could see it going on the wall down here.
Not down
I
here.
mean, it's a vinyl.
I said that this was like
Not down here.
bathroom art. I think this
Yeah.
is perfect for the bathroom. The thing I have a problem with is I don't know what it is, and that kind of pisses me off just a little bit. I'm not sure what it is. I, much like you, believe it to be like the mountain with a desert kind of behind it. But when I told that to Connor, he looked at me like I was the dumbest human being on the planet of Earth.
For me, I think the green is like a little riverbank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So whoever painted this, Ringo Deathstarr, if you all are watching, can you let us know who painted this and tell us what this is? Or if it's just, art and it's supposed to be abstract and subjective and whatever you want it to be.
Leave a comment.
Neat. All right, let's go to album overall. Overall, I did average my scores out. Came to a 6.5, and that's about what I was gonna give it anyway. Steven?
Sorry, I just saw Carl's comment. I thought it was hilarious. Art is too subjective to rate. How obtuse of an assertion.
I am Evan.
There are people who have the entire profession of rating and critiquing art, and they make a shit ton of money. So
because
somebody
they
believes in
make
it.
billionaires not pay their taxes. That's why they make a shitload of money. Not
Somebody
because they rate
believes in
art.
it. But I do agree with you, Carl. I
There are
actually gave.
praisers.
Well, there's appraisers and there's art critics.
Yeah, but critics, well, appraisal and critic is all meant to be subjective. It's all about, critiquing is how it makes that person feel, and then appraisal is about the future
Yeah.
possibility of investment of a piece. But it's all a sham.
It really
it's all a
is.
sham.
It's all made up.
Aren't we critiquing
like
music
taxes.
right now?
That's exactly what we do. We come on here and speak like we know shit about dick, and then
I don't know who Dick is, but I gave us a 6.75 out of 10 over.
Richard Nixon. I gave it a 7.587.
Yes.
I gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
I got like 2 ratings for it. For the sake of doing this for Album Book Club, it's a 6 out of 10. But for the sake of if I'm just going to put this on and enjoy it the way it's meant to be enjoyed, this is like an 8. Like the second you start analyzing this shit, it's bad. Like I mean, when you you don't even have to put a microscope to it. You just gotta like look. But if you just kind of like in passing see it, it looks beautiful, and that's what it is, man. It's just something that comes and goes, and you don't think too hard about it, and then you're gonna forget it tomorrow, and then one song's gonna come on, you're not gonna pay attention, and then you're gonna like it.
I looked over here.
Not me.
The fucking video looked over at the same time.
That's terrifying.
Spooky.
You'd think that that's how that would work, but no.
Not with the
Yeah,
30-second
for
buffer.
me, I agree with you, Logan. This is much better, like as a background thing. I would have a lot better of a time with this if I was just able to just let it go and play. Like that's how I kind of listen to it in the car. I just kind of let it be in the background. I typically do that with the albums here. So having that experience of just letting it play out while I'm on my drive, it made my drive go fucking quick.
So I was just trying to take a look at Carl's new profile picture.
That is Fozzie Bear, I do believe.
Yeah, so I have an issue with this kind of music just because I'm not somebody who likes to just put music on in the background if I don't know it, like, intensely. Because I think whenever I put on music, I'm always kind of listening critically to it, and so it's something that I'm, like, always doing.
He's
When
been
I put
too
on-
indoctrinated into the album book club.
When I, like, just in general, the way I listen to music, it's like I'm always looking for something. I'm always listening for something. I put on specific songs because I know what I want to hear. Whereas, like, it's like I can only put on music in the background if it's a playlist I've listened to over 1,000 times, and like if I don't have that sort of repertoire with the music, I can't just put it on in the background and just zone out, or unless it's 90s hip hop, because then I just feel the rhythm. But like with music like this, it's like I'm just listening too close, and I think that takes some of the enjoyment out of it for me. Maybe I'm just too neurotic, but
Maybe you're
Just-
just a silly Billy.
maybe.
Silly Willy.
Why'd you say that so seductively? You like looked him up and down. And you're like, silly Billy.
But not
Sound
my
like Big
jam.
Dale over there.
Yeah, I mean, my score, I kind of just said, like, my first note was that I don't really love the mix of this album. And,
Fuck the mix.
and I'm like, I'm somebody who loves shoegaze, like, straight up. You can't really hear much of the drums beyond the kick and the snare occasionally,
I know
And the
even Sean
tambourine.
doesn't like shoegaze.
and the cymbals kind of clip through sometimes because everything is just so squashed down and compressed, which I think was actually done on purpose to kind of make this thing feel super huge, but at the same time it kind of hurts it in that you can't really focus on anything. I thought there was a lot of really cool, like, what did I miss?
Oh, wet William.
Oh, it's William.
You should listen to Tycho then. I do like Tycho. Thank you, Carl. Um,
the one after that?
Oh yeah, I did see that. I was saying there's a lot of really cool like noisy bits within like these really cool melty lead guitars, oscillating delays. There's these cool like choppy stereo bits that are kind of just there to be ear candy. Another comment was verbatim, "Yo dog, I heard you liked reverb." There's all sorts of weird stuff going on in this album, like weird tunings, glide strumming, stuff that's just kind of staple in the shoegaze genre. And it reminded me a lot of Siamese Dream. I've said that like 4 times on here. My Bloody Valentine, which I've also mentioned, and the Jesus and the Mary Chain.
I didn't catch any of the My Bloody Valentine stuff.
Yeah, I think I missed it.
I totally haven't
Wait, you
said
talked about
that.
Siamese Dream?
I totally haven't mentioned the same 4 albums and bands.
I
like,
do
7
remember when you
times.
mentioned Raekwon and Run DMC though. That was pretty wild.
Oh yeah, what about
Yeah, when
Jizza?
We brought up Kanye West. That was kind of out of
Jeffrey
left
Pop
field.
was really out of
I'm gonna
left
let you
field.
finish, but Beyonce had the greatest music video of all time.
No, that is Sabotaged by the Beastie Boys.
It is actually Sabotaged by the Beastie Boys.
Greatest music video of all time. That's got to be like Three Little Pigs by Green Jelly.
Also,
The Legend by Big Dale's video is pretty good.
I was gonna say shout out to the Beastie Boys, who are currently in a legal battle with Chili's for using Sabotage without their permission. That's kind of fire, dude.
Let's go Beastie Boys.
Team Beastie Boys.
Team Beastie Boys, fuck Chili's. All my homies hate Chili's.
Evan has said, guys, I'm going to keep it real with you. I think Sean is better at your guys' podcast than you guys. That is 100% factual. We are
not.
really
Well-
bad at what we do.
Well, so it's cheating because I did actually have a music podcast for like 3 whole episodes when I was a teenager.
You've
um,
also seen
on
it
SoundCloud.
every single episode of the album book club.
Hey, we had a music podcast that had like
He
4
has
episodes
just
on
as much
SoundCloud.
experience
I
as
have
any of us.
not
Did.
actually seen every single episode. I think I started watching in like season 2, and it was just because
Yeah, but
Evan
how
was
many
on.
have you seen? Because I bet the number's higher than fucking
Me.
all 4 of
Oh,
us.
it's probably like 5 or 6, I think.
That's much higher than me.
Yep, that's 5 or 6.
Yeah, dude, I have no idea.
Wait,
You're in
you guys
chat
don't watch the I watch the podcast back like almost every week. I didn't watch the Lake House back, but that's just because goddamn, that was a fever
on YouTube.
dream.
I have to edit the Monday reel, so that's the closest I get to it. But
That is true.
All right, I believe that takes us to the end of the podcast tonight.
Yes.
Uh, thank you, everybody who's watching, all those Seans out there.
Shout out my
Don't
Shawnee.
forget to like.
Love you, Evil Sean.
Shawnee, like a melody in my.
The
Don't
real
for-
Slim
don't
Shawney,
forget
please
to
stand
like
up.
on every single alternate account. Also, sub on every single alternate account. And,
Please.
like, hit the notification
Merch on
bell.
all alternate accounts.
Yeah, buy all of our merch. Yeah.
The
Thank
hats are
you.
Here and the flag is back. Go buy it.
The flag is back. Let me tell you, you want to get all the ladies, you show them your album book club merch collection. The stash is back, a personal favorite. If you can't pull bitches wearing album book club merch, I'd be amazed. I've done it multiple times. It may be
What?
the dudes in this room, but it doesn't matter.
You are sexy in that hat.
Nah, for real.
I have worn this hat every day since I bought it. It's a very comfortable hat. I wear it at work. It keeps the sweat ventilated with the trucker netting, and it's very comfortable to wear backwards and or forwards if you're a normal person.
If you're not Carl.
If you're not,
Or myself.
Poor
Yeah.
Carl and his big head. It's genetic.
but big head certified. We'll see y'all next week.
Cheers.
Bye.
Have a beautiful time.
Actually, I won't be here.
I should have said hi, I'm Paul. That would have been good.
All right. I need.